Being life presence. 5 hidden signs of depression. Chances are, the person you love is experiencing symptoms of depression, even if they are not. The World Health Organization estimates that more than 26 million people suffer from depression worldwide. Hidden depression, also known as smiling depression, occurs when a person tries to cover up their symptoms and show the world that they are okay. They may appear very active at work and in social situations, but behind closed doors they live with symptoms of classic depression. Some people may hide their symptoms because they don't want their loved one to worry. Others may feel too embarrassed to ask for help or struggle with perfectionism. Some people may also feel guilt or shame when they have a hard time getting started. By familiarizing yourself with the potential signs of depression, you'll be ready to support your loved ones and help them find more resources. Number 1. Disturbed sleeping pattern. There is a strong connection between sleep and the mood. If you don't get enough sleep, it can contribute to depression. And depression can make it harder for you to fall asleep. Research shows that lack of sleep can lead to depression. This may be due to neurochemical changes inside the brain. If a person sleeps too much or too less, it can also be a sign that they may be suffering from depression. Number 2. Change in food habits and weight. Eating too much or too little can indicate the presence of depression. Some people turn to comfort foods, while others lose their appetite or eat less due to a bad mood. These changes in food intake can cause a person to begin to gain or lose weight. Significant weight changes can also worsen depression because they can affect a person's self-esteem. There may also be physiological factors involved. Number 3. Having more alcohol or drugs. Drinking alcohol or having drugs stimulates the release of endorphins, a natural stress reliever and pain reliever. This neurotransmitter is responsible for the same mood improvements we experience when exercising, having sex, or laughing with friends. Going to a bar during happy hour is a socially acceptable way to deal with stress, which makes underlying depression harder to detect. A common sign of underlying depression is that a person may start drinking more often or increase the amount of alcohol they drink at once. In fact, the source shows that alcohol use disorder is one of the most common comorbidities with depression, affecting women more often than men. Number 4. Forced or fake happiness on the face. In some cases, a big sadness is hidden behind a big smile. Toxic positivity is a buzzword these days, and for good reason. An overly positive attitude, a perfectly groomed Instagram spin, or a cheerful public appearance can be a mask to hide what's really going on. If a person is dismissing their own sadness or changing the subject, it could mean that they are uncomfortable expressing what they are really feeling or are denying their experience. If you think a friend or family member has underlying depression, spend more time with them. It is difficult to keep the mask of happiness always, and in the end very little look at their truth. Emotions will emerge. Number 5. Less optimistic or more realistic view about the life. In 1979, scientists noted a peculiar phenomenon known as depressive realism. Basically, the theory is that people with depression have a more realistic view of the world and their role in it than people without depression. While this may be true to some extent, it is also a deviation from the view of people without depression, who have the illusion of optimism. This means that when they experience something bad, they consider it impermanent or insignificant, or give it a positive connotation. In other words, it's the rose glass effect. Although many recent studies have supported this theory, more research is needed to reach consensus within the psychology community. Until then, be aware that a sudden change in someone's worldview could indicate an underlying depression. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more interesting videos.